So today I thought I would speak about relationships. It's an area near and dear to my heart. I haven't spoken about relationships in quite some time. We have been married for going on 29 years this year, and our marriage is one, like every marriage, that requires effort, energy, and work. For people that say that marriage shouldn't be so hard, it is hard because you are two different people with two different personalities from two different places in life, and it does take work. My marriage has taken effort and energy on both of our parts. But today I want to talk about love. Is love enough? Is it enough to sustain a marriage? Well, for me personally, I don't believe so. I don't believe that love in and of itself is going to sustain a marriage. I believe there's two parts to a marriage that are missing on top of love, and that is like and that is in love. And those are two elements that are required to have a healthy marriage. Love is not enough. We need like and we need in love in order to have a healthy relationship. So what are those components all about? And let me tell you, all three of those components can wax and wane, but the love typically, from my experience, has been pretty stable in relationships. It may wax and wane a little bit, but most relationships have love. Even couples that are about to divorce will say, I still love him or her, but I've lost the like, or I've lost the in love. Now, I believe the like is the friendship part of the relationship. It's the part of the relationship where you enjoy being together, spending time together, the companionship, the connection. That's the like. Just hanging out, just being with each other is fun, is enjoyable. That's the like part of the relationship. Now, the in love part of the relationship is the passion. Not just physical passion, but emotional passion. It's the excitement. It's the stimulation. It's the pleasure that you get from being with the other person. Based on my experience, the like and the in love both fluctuate over time. They wax and wane over time, even in healthy marriages. But I have found that when the like drops significantly, the in love drops as well. I have found a connection between the like part of the marriage and the in love part of the marriage. And I believe that a lot of couples don't realize that connection. And it's essential that they know that the like and the in love are very much tied together. So when you lose the friendship, when you lose the connection, the time together, the sharing of activities, you also lose those in-love feelings, that passion and that excitement. And I'm telling you that so many of the couples that I see in my practice are people that have lost the like and, as a result, the in-love. They describe their marriage like roommates, business partners. They just share space. Their focus is on work and business, and their focus is on running a household and taking care of their children. And that's it. The marriage gets the scraps, whatever's left over at the end of the day, and there's usually not a lot left over. As a result of that, the couple find themselves slowly, gradually drifting apart. There may be frustration and anger, which often turns to resentment. And then from resentment comes detachment, where the couple are detached and disengaged from one another. That's a very precarious situation because detachment can often lead to self-destruction. Self-destruction might mean infidelity or pornography or alcohol or drugs or spending money, but self-destruction can destroy a relationship. It can destroy a marriage. So what can you do to bring back the connection and bring back the like and inevitably the in love. Well, one thing that you need to do if you want to really work on improving your relationship is acknowledge. Acknowledge that we've grown apart. Acknowledge that we're disconnected. And most importantly, acknowledge that you're a part of that disconnection, not just your partner. If you're focused on blaming them, you will remain stuck. Take ownership, take responsibility, and acknowledge that you need to be part of the solution because you are part of the problem. Most couples, it's never that one person is the only person at fault. Typically, it's both parties. And it doesn't really matter if it's 50-50 or 70-30. Both parties need to make a change. The second thing that you can do is get a game plan together. Get some sort of action items that you can take in order to grow closer together, in order to create an attachment and a connection that's been lost. So one thing that I help couples do is certainly I encourage them to spend time together, but time where they're talking with no distractions. Maybe 15 minutes, 3 times a week, half hour, but where they're talking about things that are enjoyable, not conflicts, but things that will connect them, things that give them pleasure. And my hope is that they'll talk on an emotional level. Something I tell people all the time, our emotions connect people. So you need to be talking about emotions, the negative ones and the positive ones. So what else can be done? Obviously, we want to connect back. There are other things you can do. One is plan a date night. A lot of couples, it seems simple, but a lot of couples don't take time alone. Not with the kids, not even with other couples, but plan a date night at least once every 2 weeks, maybe even once a week. Even if it's just going for a walk together or doing something where you're getting coffee and just have maybe an hour, hour and a half together, but spend time alone because a lot of couples don't do that. In fact, I encourage couples to take turns planning a date. And 1 week it's one partner's turn and next week it's the other partner's turn. The second thing is create a fun list, make a fun list. So the man makes a fun list, the woman makes a fun list, and then they share their fun list with each other. And when it's your turn to plan the date, pick an item from the other person's fun list. It's a neat way to take some ownership and some responsibility. A third thing that is going to be really helpful in moving forward with the connection is to acknowledge, appreciate, and be grateful for the things that your partner does for you. Say thank you. Acknowledge the good in them because they need to hear that, and that creates a greater connection. Even if it's a short little note or a message or a text, let them know that you appreciate what they do for you and for the family. Important. And the last thing I'm going to give you is spontaneous affection. Touch. It could be a hug, it could be a kiss. It doesn't need to be sexual in nature. In fact, I'd encourage you to not have it be sexual. Have it be this spontaneous affection where you give a hug, you give a kiss, you hold her hand, you rub her back, but you do it spontaneously. Not for any reason, not for any motive, but just because you love each other and you want to feel that connection. There are many, many ways to be connected, but remember this, that love in and of itself will not sustain a healthy relationship. You need like and you need in love, and there are things that you can do to create that. Work on those things so that you can have a stronger and healthier marriage. Until next time, Dr. Tony Ferretti, signing out.